Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. And stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all, radiating and vibrating in the truest and authentic version of your authentic self. As for me, I'm here. I'm good. Feeling great. And for no reason at all. You ever felt tired of giving your best to people, places, or things that don't recognize the best in you? Always. Anybody come across this video should acknowledge that fact. We all know been there. It's okay. We ain't gonna blow that up because it's a solution or it's another side to that. You can't tell people. How to heal from anything that you haven't healed through. That's like trying to talk. That's like trying to tell somebody, me trying to tell a mechanic how to fix a car. When I don't know nothing about the car, but how to drive it. Put gas in it, put water in the radiator, and oil. You can't tell somebody how to heal if you ain't been through that healing yourself. Another way to say what I'm saying is, we gotta be aware of not trying to correct anything external to us unless we have checked it internally within ourselves. Otherwise, we'll find ourselves giving off bad or misinformation. And it will backfire you. Trust me. You've been living long enough, it don't take for me to tell you that. To grow, part of growth is what the most essential part of growth. I'm gonna say it like this: the most essential part of growing is based on what are we able to release, what are we able to let go, because everything can't grow with you. So one of the essential parts of growth is what are we able to release? What are we able to let stay stuck where it's at? Because it don't show you that it want to stay stuck where it's at. Everything don't require a response. Everything that activates a reaction in you don't require a response. Somebody will catch what I'm saying. And the reason I'm sharing this is because one of my biggest insecurities was always finding somebody to point a finger at. I'm gonna say it another way. One of my biggest insecurities was always somebody else's fault. I hope ain't none of us still in that place. However, it was only to all the fingers that I pointed was pointed back at me did any healing, true healing, occur in my life. And I had to do the work. Growth requires you to do the work. You can't pay no doctor, you can't pay no psychologist, you can't pay no therapist. They're only gonna talk to you and share things so you eventually see what you need to do the work. And I bet you won't find yourself in their office. We always where we need to be, even if you don't know why you're there. And most of the time we don't really find this out until we're in an uncomfortable situation. But why do we find ourselves in uncomfortable situations when we're aware that we're in one. What is it trying to? What is the situation trying to show us? What is it trying to get us to look at? What is it trying to direct us to correct within us by having a situation to begin with? Most times when that realization occurs, like I said, it's after we in an unwanted situation, because we lost contact with what was going on inside while all that outside was occurring. We lost attention to ourselves. I'm speaking on these things because what we carry mentally, emotionally, it builds up, as I spoke on yesterday. And most times we be carrying some feelings based on the most despicable and nasty ass thoughts that a human being can have. But we don't understand how it affects us emotionally, spiritually, physically, and in different many other areas of our life. We can think. We can also think enough cleansing thoughts, enough pure thoughts, enough good thoughts, and reverse that same effect. Because we've been doing this so long with the things I'm speaking to, we've been doing this so long to ourselves that most of us don't even know how to recognize that we've been doing it. And then we puff up and blow up when somebody else, try to point it out to us so we can do something about it. But good thoughts flush out the mess. Good thoughts flush out the mess. Negativity can't stay in the company of light. That's one thing I know for a fact. Lower vibrations can't stay in the company of light. But the purpose of why I'm sharing what I'm sharing is because we'll take those same toxic ass behaviors, those same toxic ass thoughts, we'll manifest them into words and then dump them in somebody else's lap, like it belongs to them. And that's not right. And more so, it has a karmic effect to it. This is an uncomfortable conversation. Probably the most we're gonna come across this video. But the uncomfortable conversations are the conversations that I find comfort in having. If we're gonna grow, if we're gonna expand, because not having them gives the lie an opportunity to have more life than you. Not having the uncomfortable conversations allow the lies that we may still be telling ourselves in different areas about the life that we live in. It's giving the part of us, the lower part of us that don't want to, evolve, opportunity to still hide behind the angers, behind the point of finger, behind the blame, behind the guilt, behind the fault fight, and all that need to be uprooted. You gotta have an uncomfortable conversation with the people that you care about. If you really care about who you care about, you gotta have them uncomfortable conversations, man. Straight up. Or you don't care about the people that you care about at all. And most people that I did care about already done showed me that, and that's why I cut them off. They no longer in my present right now, and that's okay. I wish everybody well-being. It's how it works. Everybody can't go. I'm saying that to say this, not saying something when something in you letting you know that you need to say something only poisons you more, especially if it affects you negatively. You gotta learn how to have positive conversations about the uncomfortable things in our life so we can release the lower vibratory toxic emotions that we've been carrying with us by carrying that mess for so long. Everybody mess different. Everybody got different triggers, and everybody activated through their triggers differently. But we gotta recognize our triggers and correct them, because other people, they can point you to the trigger, but just like they can't make you pull the trigger, it takes you to do that. They can't make you fix. Nobody can't make you fix you. You gotta be willing to fix you. If you find yourself pulling yourself out the mud, the same mud, at some point we gotta realize, man, it's better for me to let this rope go, because maybe it's the mud that you're pulling to yourself and not the rope at all. Somebody will catch it. A spiritual stalker. A spiritual stalker is worse than a physical stalker. Spiritual stalkers is worse to me than a physical stalker, or somebody that's watching you from the bushes. And the reason why I say that is because there's a lot of foulness going on, you know, spitefulness, witchcraft, sorcery, evil intentions. You know, it's a form of witchcraft to me. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that going on. When you standing in the paint, do what you gotta stand through. Because a lot of people still lying to themselves about themselves. And the moment we stop lying to ourselves about ourselves, it make us start cutting off the people in our life that you recognize that pattern still going on. It's all part of the program each and every one of us got to work ourselves out through. So it's not personal, but when the truth, when it resonates, it don't make everybody feel good neither. And a lot of times when truth resonates, we don't like what the truth showing us about ourselves. So anything that I say, I have been there, I have done that, and I still go through it, because this growth process, this process of ascension, this process of the spirituality, it's a never-ending process. So it don't stop, and you never know enough, you know. Spiritual growth and personal growth is the same thing. Spiritual growth and personal growth is the same thing, even if you not on a spiritual path per se, or you see yourself as a spiritual person. It's the same thing. The reason being, because nothing is outside of us. Nothing is outside of you. And everything you put your attention to, you place your energy on. It's your attention that gives anything life. So as I said before, everything that occurs don't require our response, because a lot of times things trying to get us to recur from a lower space anyway. Know your triggers, watch your ego, you know, turn your pride into something beautiful, instead of what has been holding us down as under false concepts, pretenses, and ideas. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness, feel good for no reason at all. I got an appointment to catch, and I'll catch y'all later. It's all we got. Peace.